Hello everybody and welcome to JSmith Plays the Yawhg. This will be episode 2 of the series. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves because I'm enjoying this beautiful game. So just like last time, let's just kick this off by pressing any key to continue. This key in particular was enter. What do I want to do? I want to pick 2 people. I've had some requests to pick 4, but the reason I'm not going to pick 4 people at one time is one, because I want to save some of the story elements for a little bit later, and I think if I picked all 4, it would kind of like, I don't want to say spoil some of the things, but I just kind of, I'd like to ease into everything. Maybe I'll do 4 at some point in my life in the future, but I don't think today is that day, so I apologize. What I will do, on the other hand, though, is I will take 2 people. So I'm going to take Big Burly Man, and I'm going to take the red lady. She is very pretty. Or did I take them last time? No. So let's mix it up. I think I chose the big guy and then the red lady for the first one. So let's take these 2. We'll take red and we'll take orange, and together they'll make, I don't really like a reddish orange, I guess, because red is primary. I don't know. Regardless, let's do this thing. The Yawhg will be here in 6 weeks, and no one expects it. Not a one of us. We just keep on living our lives, week by week, unaware. So everything's kind of happy. No one really knows what the hell's going on, including myself. So, you're gonna find me normally at the tavern. Maybe I'll be bartending. Yeah, sure. You spend a week serving drinks at the tavern. You earn 1 wealth and tips and gain 2 charm. One day, while in the tavern, a heated argument erupts between 2 patrons. Soon enough, fists are flying and everybody seems to be joining in on the violence. As I don't think I have too much of anything to really break this apart, well, okay. I can join the fray and then get my butt kicked, or I can break up the fight, maybe. You jump on the table and yell a plea to the patrons to stop all of the violence. If you know me, I'm not a big fan of the violence. Let's all calm down, let's relax. The patrons ignore you completely and continue attacking one another, so basically par for the JSmith course here. You go to sleep that night thinking a little less of the human race. I kind of really enjoy that. Where am I going to go here? Let's go to the palace. And we are going to do administration work. You spend the week doing paperwork for the palace. You're paid 2 wealth and gain 1 mind. One day, the court jester approaches you. Would you like to learn to juggle? He asks excitedly. Dude, I'm at work. What the hell am I the juggling lord? I can't juggle while I'm at work. I gotta get paid for this stuff. I'll teach you everything I know for a small sum. I guess I just got paid 2, so I can just, part with 1. You spend the day with the jester, practicing your juggling technique, unbeknownst to the king that you're actually wasting his time. You improve dramatically. You gain 2 finesse, you gain another 2 finesse, and you happily pay the jester for his services. But, unfortunately, I lose that 1 wealth. They say the last time it came, the Yawhg devoured houses whole, stole lives, tore families and family members apart. But that was so very long ago. Round 2 begins. Let's go to the Alchemy Tower and let's clean the lab. You spend the week cleaning up noxious chemicals. You're paid 1 wealth for your labor and gain 1 physique and 1 magic. One day, you hear one of the alchemists shout, "Eureka!" When you look over to see what he's done, you spot a small, previously dead ferret come to life. "I figured out the antidote to death," the alchemist exclaims. The undead ferret lets out a horrific noise and lumbers about slowly. So I could destroy the abomination or praise the alchemist's accomplishment. If I saw a dead furry animal in a cage and this dude was all like, BAM! And it came back to life, I'd be like, that's pretty rad, dude. It's pretty rad. That's amazing, you say, slightly discomforted by the ferret's presence. But you didn't hurt the alchemist's feelings, and that's the important part. You gain 1 charm. And for Zippity-Doo Bob, I don't think that's his actual name. He's going to go to the forest and he is going to hunt. You spend the week hunting various defenseless critters. You gain 2 finesse and sell pelts for 1 wealth. One day, you stumbled upon a dryad picking flowers in a field. Upon noticing you, she runs up to you excitedly. "Excuse me, sir. Would you care to dance?" she asks. "I've been waiting to dance for so long, but nobody else has been around to dance with," she sighs. Well, I have 2 left feet, but If something in the forest wants to dance with me, who am I to say no? So I'd love to dance. I almost said diggles. I almost said jiggles. She giggles and takes you by the hand. She starts humming out a song. The two of you dance together in the middle of the forest. The two of you have perfect chemistry. All of your movements are perfectly in sync. You dance with her well into the night. Afterwards, she thanks you for a lovely evening with a kiss on the cheek. You feel energy radiate through your body. You gain 3 charm. It was honest in a heartbeat, or so the stories go. The earth shook. The air went still. Alright, let's see. What do I want to do now? Well, I was in the alchemy tower. I cleaned it up, so I think it's time for us to try to brew a potion. You spend the week experimenting with the different potion brews. You gain 2 magic and 1 mind. One day, the artificer stops by for a visit. She is adorned with magical gadgets and gizmos and is followed everywhere by her clockwork spider. The alchemists of the tower all go out after her to impress the artificer, offering an array of potions and elixirs. However, as she leaves, she turns to you and says, "You, I like you." She offers you a choice of one of her trinkets. So I could take either the Ring of Clever Thoughts or the Ring of Swift Movement. I think Clever Thoughts are what I would appreciate the most. Witty remarks, such of the like. Let's go with Clever Thoughts. The ring grants you 3 mind. The alchemists are jelly. You darn skibby. Alrighty, so I have a lot of good talking points. So, well, let's see. What do I have here? So, who am I? I'm orange down here. I have 5 physique, 11 finesse, 6 mind, 8 charm, 5 magic, and 2 wealth. Let's go to the scums, and let's pick some pockets. You spend the week performing petty theft. I love how, it's just so nonchalant. I'll just go to the slums and pick all the pockets. Who cares? So I spend a week doing that. You gain 1 wealth and 2 finesse. One day, while wandering the slums, you notice that the stones used to line the road seem to have a certain pattern to them. You don't manage to figure out the mystery, but you still feel pretty smart for noticing the patterns of the tiles. You gain 1 mind. Alright, that's cool. But the world was howling fury, chaos, screaming. The sound of all we knew being pulled in half. This doesn't sound like a good sound. It doesn't sound like a good sound. I don't know. Regardless, week 4. Let's see, what does Old Red want to do with her life? She has 6 physique, 5 finesse, 9 mind. I think I should keep the mind games going with her. Let's go to the hospital. Can I tend to the patients? Maybe that will give me 1 mind. Let's check it out. You spend the week diagnosing and attending to the sick. You gain 2 mind and earn 1 wealth. Sounds good to me. One day, while in the maternity ward, you notice a woman about to give birth. Uh-oh. The baby she births is no ordinary baby, however. Its skin is pitch black and shiny, and its eyes glow like an orange flame. It wrestles itself from the doctor's hands and tries to fly away. "Stop that demon!" yells the doctor. Use your magic. Do I have magic? Yes, I have some magic. With a wave of your hand, you put a magical barrier blocking the exit. The demon bounces right off and collapses onto the ground. Quick thinking. You gain 1 mind. The doctor runs up with a scalpel and quickly slits the demon's throat. It's pretty intense. Your mouth goes agape at the doctor's merciless killing of a baby. He shrugs and walks away. Huh. Alrighty then. Well, I think I'm gonna go to the tavern. After hearing this horrible story, this person deserves a drink. You spend the entire week getting wasted in honor of the dead demon baby. Dead demon baby, dead demon baby, dead demon baby. That's kind of like a tongue twister. Say it 5 times fast. Let me know if you can finish it in the comments. You gain 2 charm and 1 physique. One day, a fortune teller sets up at one of the tavern's tables. She offers to read anybody's fortune for a small sum. Why not? You spend 1 wealth. The fortune teller takes your hand and begins showering you with promises of love and wealth. She doesn't really go into any detail, and the whole time, you can't help but feel this is all an act. Underwhelmed and slightly poor, you can't help but feel like you've wasted your money. Way to go, lady. Taking, advantage of her drunk people that have been wasted for an entire week. Sigh. When it arrives this time, how will we fare? Will we once more rebuild, move on, be strong? Or have we forgotten? As the fog rolls in on week 5, we have a couple more decisions to make. The lovely lady, she has 12 mind and 8 magic. Seems like she could do a bout at the gardens. She is going to meditate. You spend the week in deep meditation. You gain 1 magic and 2 mind. Walking past a pond one day, you see a fat little frog sitting on a lily pad. "Please, miss," the frog begs. "I am not a frog at all, but an enchanted prince. If you could see your way to kissing me, it would break the curse and return me to normal." I think I could kiss the frog. I'm a pretty good kisser. So I kiss the frog. You bend down and kiss the frog. Suddenly, the frog is enveloped by a cloud of shimmering fog. When the fog clears, the frog is gone, and a tall, regal man is standing in the pond instead. He thanks you for helping him and gives you a handsome reward. You gain 2 wealth. As word spreads of your deed, your reputation improves. You gain 1 charm. Sounds pretty good to me. Kissing frogs, gaining charm? How does that normally happen? I'm not sure, but I'm happy about it. Alrighty, so finesse 13, and charm 10. I could probably do the ball. Let's attend the ball. You spend the week attending fancy gatherings, apparently with spiritual ghost dancers in the background. I'm dancing by myself as well. I gain 2 charm and 1 finesse. One day, you hear somebody shouting something in the hallway. "There's a bomb in the palace," they scream. There's a mass panic as people try desperately to escape the palace's walls. So, locate and disarm the bomb. Finesse, and that. Let's see if I can do it. You run deeper into the castle trying to figure out where the explosives are hidden. You manage to find them in the wine cellar disguised as barrels of wine. The bomb appears to detonator that is controlled by a powerful magic. You realize immediately you won't be able to figure it out and can get out of the building as quickly as you can. You're almost out when the bomb goes off. It's a huge explosion that knocks you through a wall. You lose 1 physique. The Yawhg is almost here. Almost. Week 6. Oh boy. Alrighty. Let's see here. So, I have 14 mind, 9 magic. Let's beef that up a bit, huh? Let's brew another potion. You spend a week experimenting with different potion brews. You gain 2 magic and 1 mind. One day, all the alchemists decide to take a break from their work and instead throw a cantrip party. One alchemist waves his hand and produces confetti in front of him. Another spawns a seemingly endless number of doves from his sleeves. Then, all the alchemists turn to you to see what you can come up with. JSmith doesn't do no simple tricks. JSmith does complex tricks. I'm gonna take those strings from my head, and I'm gonna make a cat's cradle out of them. With a snap of your fingers, you bring a chair to life. You sit atop of it and ride it around the room like a pony. Everybody else is quite impressed. You gain 2 charm. So I'm a charming, intelligent, beautiful lady. This is turning out pretty well for me. Finesse is 14, charm is 12. Let's go to the hospital, and let's clean up, I guess. You spend the week steeling your mind against the horrors of the hospital, making sure it is clean as can be. You gain 1 mind, 1 physique, and earn 1 wealth. One day, a patient comes into the hospital with sores that nobody's ever seen before. While walking by his bedside, he looks to you and rudely asks for a glass of water. "Give us some water." So, instead of ignoring him, I'm going to give him some water. I think that's what he wants. So you bring him a small glass to quench his thirst. He takes a large sip, swigs it around, and then proceeds to spit it at you. You manage to quickly duck underneath the stream of water. That was close. You scold the obviously insane man for spitting at you. And here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. The storm arrives in the night. By morning, it still rages. For 3 full days, the tempest puts us through a grinder, drowns us, crushes us, ruins us. But then it ends. We see the graveyard our home has become. Our home. Does anything yet live? Is it? Are we past saving? Alright, choose your role for Old Red. Old Red's got some charm, got some mind, and got some magic to her. I think that she would be a pretty good conjurer for this one. Is that true? Yes. Yes, I believe so. The Conjurer. You take it upon yourself to conjure up supplies for the town. With your magic, you summon a large amount of supplies. With some effort, you're summoning more than enough lumber and food for the town. This helps the rebuilding effort a lot. And for Yellow Man or Orange Man. I'm not sure. Yellow Orange. I think with the charm that he has and the finesse and partial mind. I'm thinking he might be a good leader. Let's try this out. You take it upon yourself to be the leader of the survivors. You expertly delegate and prioritize tasks. You give motivating speeches and act as an effective mediator in disputes. This helps the rebuilding effort significantly. And so, we set about our tasks, once more living our lives, this time in a way we might never have expected or even wanted. But in the end, it was a struggle, but a struggle we never abandoned. Though our home had been stripped apart, we did not let it languish. And whether we succeeded or failed, we did our best. Who knows if the Yawhg will visit us again? Who knows if we will can ever be, ready for it? Seems pretty okay. It's not fully rebuilt, but it's partially rebuilt. While the town is being rebuilt, you go back to meditating in the park. You spend weeks at a time sitting on one spot trying to cross to another plane of existence. After years of attempts and self-sacrifice, you finally manage to cross over to the Astral realm. You come to find that the Astral realm is exactly like the normal world, except for everyone's eyes are slightly smaller. You don't know how to get back home. Well, that ended abruptly. While the town is being rebuilt, you become the leader of a hunting party. You become the town's main supplier of game, meats, and furs. You become extremely adept at killing defenseless animals. One day, you spot a glowing blue fox in the woods. Upon seeing you, it cackles and runs off. You pursue it for what feels like hours, but to no avail. Capturing the laughing blue fox becomes an obsession for you. You spend every moment thinking of its laugh, even while you sleep. Its cackle feels as if it's burned into your brain. So Michael A.L. Fox is like the untouchable blue thing in this one. Anyways, I want to thank you all very much for watching episode 2 of JSmith Plays Yawhg. Super happy to be doing this. I love this game. I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Thank you. If you want to catch anything more that I do, obviously subscribe to the channel. After you do that, feel free to follow me on Twitter, because I love Twitter. It's twitter.com/JSmithOTI. And finally, of course, if I do any live streams, you can find those at twitch.tv/JSmithOTI. And with that, I thank you yet again. I love you guys, and I will catch you next time. Later.